It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have a design team project for Color Studio using the super awesome June kits. And I am also playing along with 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, round 21. And today is day 4. So today's sketch was made by Amanda Bass, who is Amanda Creates 1980. And she's got a framed layout. So I'm going to start with that. I love this like record paper. I have a selfie of the 4 of us. This was after my sister's wedding. We chose to have a little snack before we took the 2-hour drive home. And we went to this like burger place, but it had a bar, and it was kind of like music themey place, I would say. So that's a picture that I am going to scrapbook. And so I decided the records were perfect, so I'm going to use that as my mat. And then I have a piece of, I think it's a basil. It's that like Swiss dot that's creamy, because I feel like the creamy colors definitely go well with this kit. And so I trimmed that down, and she's got a bunch of layers behind her photo. So I thought, what a perfect time to actually cut apart the cut apart and use all of these cut apart pieces as my photo mats, basically. Now, I'm not going to lie, the back side of this paper I love, and it's kind of that red and yellow stripe. And so I was thinking, okay, can I hoard it? And so that's why you see me just kind of like trying to cut the pieces, so I would at least have a decent size chunk of that paperback if I wanted it. And so I've got those pieces cut out, and then I decided to go crazy, and I actually just sprayed a spray. Like, I can't tell you the last time that I sprayed a spray. And that may be partially because most of my sprays are, they don't spray anymore. They're all clogged. But this one, this is Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist in Coffee Shop. It sprayed just fine. It's got some great big splops down there. So I'm going to put that off to the side to dry. Unfortunately, all of those big, awesome, like splatters that it made when it sprayed get covered up, but it's okay. So here are all of those cut apart pieces, and I'm going to, like I said, use them all as my mats for my photo. I'm not even going to mat my photo in the slightest. I'm just going to mat it with all of these pieces. So this piece that I'm cutting right here is actually the branding strip, which is that same back side of the paper that I like so much. So I'm going to put that at the bottom. I'm going to cut this tag out, but I'm not going to use it this time, even though it works really well. I decided to use a couple of the other cut aparts, but the blue that matted this tag, I actually am going to use a bit of that, and I'm going to make that into a little banner as well and layer that up. So I'm just going to kind of start trying to do a little bit of layering with my photo and all of these pieces, and definitely working off of the layout, giving it hopefully enough time to dry. I did kind of stick with the orange, red, like I didn't bring in any of the green, not to say there isn't some green in the records and such, but I didn't decide to bring that into the center. So here's where I'm looking. I'm going to cover up all those cool splatters, but it is what it is. So you can see those were the green pieces that I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fussy cut out this partial label, and I'm going to put it down here on the bottom as the base for my title, like in the sketch. And then another tiny little scrap of that background paper I'm going to stick underneath, bring a little bit more of that red down there. And then I can do some embellishing and get my title on here. So I am actually going to dig into the bold kit, and I'm going to pull these stickers out, and I'm going to use the word celebrate because obviously we had just celebrated my sister's wedding, so I felt like that was appropriate. I did add another record. I felt like I needed to bring that record onto the layout since I hadn't used any of that paper on the inside. And then I'm bringing this boombox. I love this boombox. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's so fun. I'm gonna bring that down at the bottom where she kind of has that butterfly. Looks like she has basically just one embellishment cluster on the left-hand side. And I don't really have an embellishment cluster per se. I just have some kind of random bits. And I'm grabbing this frazzle. This is the khaki and navy. And I cut it in half because I'm being very stingy with my frazzle because I love my frazzle. And I put it on the top, and it's the top of the photo, but I actually put it on the bottom of kind of that embellishment clusters that you see. And then I'm going to add a couple of stars. So I'm going to do 2 acrylic stars, and I'm going to do 2 of the little foam stars, which gives you 4 stars, which is not a typical number. And honestly, I didn't even notice. So I'm not going to worry about the fact that there is only 4 stars on this layout, because that's just going to be the way it's going to be. For some reason, the stars on the sticker sheet, I don't know if I don't know, but that blue one bothered me. So this celebrate and the acrylic star up there at the top are very much a similar color. And so I went ahead and did that. So I grabbed a piece of the cork, and then I'm going to grab, I was looking for an ampersand, and it doesn't have an ampersand, but it does have a circle piece that says and. So my whole title is going to be Dream Big and Celebrate. So that's going to go down there at the bottom. And actually, I think that's it. I'm just going to take a little bit of time and glue everything down. I got to tuck that frazzle in and trim off that extra up there at the top. And I think that's going to do it for this layout. So I will have all the information for Color Rush Studio linked down below, as well as the playlist for 30 days of sketches. Got a couple of close-ups for you. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll have Color Rush Studio down below, and you can use my code 10Crystal, and that will save you 10%. So that is going to do it for me today. Remember to wear your crown, and we'll see you next time. Bye.